Arpit Mehrotra is my amazing guest tonight for our next English Live here on Street Macadam. Hello everyone, my name is Agnes and I love to welcome you to present this amazing photographer, Arpit Mehrotra from Singapore. And I want to say some small words, some small introduction. Not that he's just known and famous for his amazing shadow play captures like this one. And this one we will talk about all the captures. I printed a lot of images again. Also, he is the curator of My Street B&V and Photo Walk Global. And actually, I have a lot of captures from all over the world. He traveled a lot. He's been to places probably we all love to go one day. He's been to Kyrgyzstan. Probably I show just one image. We will talk about this. He's been to Egypt. He's been to Romania, to Tajikistan. He's been to Afghanistan, to Bosnia and Herzegovina, to Cuba, to Argentina, to the US. I have one wonderful image also from England and India, a lot of countries. So it's probably amazing to talk about his journeys and his approach to photography, also documented people and places. And as soon as I get an art trip on my life, I just invite him right now. So probably we can connect each other as soon as possible. I show again one incredible image of you while we are connecting. This one. Atrip, hello to
Hey, hi, Agnes.
Singapore.
How are
Hi,
you?
how are you?
Not too bad.
Yeah,
And apologies, somebody's drilling right above my house. So
really?
if you hear some disturbances, apologies for that.
Yeah. So no worry, no worry. Thank you for telling me. It's yeah, probably what time is it in Singapore right now?
It's 8 p.m. So it's 8:02 right now.
8 or 2, right? Yeah. So it's okay with the sound. I don't hear it that much.
Okay,
So
that's
actually,
great.
welcome. I love to talk about with you about your photographies, about your travels through all over the world. It's amazing. You've been to places probably everybody wants to go once. This is Kyrgyzstan. This is one of your first captures you posted on Instagram. So we will talk about your journeys. But please tell us, how did you start with photography first?
First and foremost, thanks for having me here. It's really wonderful to speak to fellow photographers and get to know each other. So thanks for having me here.
Thank you for coming.
Um, uh, So, look, I think, ever since I remember, you know, look, if I go 20, 25 years back, I remember clicking pictures.
Yeah,
Back in the day, it was an analog camera, and you could only know what you've clicked once you print them. And, that journey, I mean, I was quite fascinated with clicking pictures right from a young age.
yeah,
I remember my first interaction with photography was through National Geographic.
yeah,
As a young kid and growing up in India, I could not afford to buy a new National Geographic magazine, so I was looking at the streets to buy secondhand magazines,
magazines.
and I did buy one of those National Geographic magazines, which had the famous picture of Gul Sharbat,
Yes,
clicked by Steve McCurry.
yeah,
So, and I thought to myself, probably I would have been, what, about
yeah,
14 years old back in the day. And I thought to myself, one day when I have a big camera, I'll be able to click pictures like that. And that's where
yeah.
the fascination with photography started.
So you've been
So,
inspired by magazine, by National Geographics, by watching at captures. Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes. So I would say those kind of pictures, more documentary photography, left an impression on me. That's how I started. That's how I got inclined towards clicking pictures, and that journey just went on. Of course, during the early part of my schooling and my college, I couldn't afford to click
yeah.
pictures, but once I could, then probably I started with that. So yeah, that's in short.
That's amazing. I just showed this image. It's from Idapur. You make
Yes, yes.
amazing portraits, I have to say. Also, you have this as your profile capture. So first,
I
I
I don't
now
look
we
like that.
see
Yeah.
you. Yeah, I have like three wonderful. I show the one also from this series. I guess it's the
Ah,
same. But can you tell your approach also to this black and white photography? Because I love your images. You are not just a color photographer. Also, you make images in black and white. So just
yeah. So this was quite amazing. I think it was just prior to just I think about 4 5 months before COVID.
hmm
I was traveling to Udaipur and on my way back, so I went from Udaipur to Jodhpur. That's another close by city in India. And on my way back, I stopped in a village at a bus stop. And this is man with a fantastic mustache. I must admire this. I wish one day when I'm done
yeah
with working, I'll have a mustache like that. But I stopped at the bus stop and I asked him. He was wearing glasses.
yeah
And I asked him if I could click his picture, and he obliged, and I did. It's just phenomenal. It reminded me a character. Again, like I said, I was growing up in India as a kid, so there was a comic character in India. It's called Chacha Chaudhary, and he
yeah
had big mustache.
yeah
That
yeah with a big
I
mustache.
could
Yeah
instantly connect to him. I said, "That's my man."
yeah
Yeah. And I approached him once, and he was drinking tea, and yeah, he obliged, and I clicked.
yeah
It's fantastic. It's one of my favorites. Of ever since I'm on Instagram, this picture has been there, and long may it
yeah.
continue.
So everybody, it's not you because also stay around. We can see you, but it's incredible. Do you actually, when you're shooting portraits, did you talk
Yes.
to him? Yeah,
I did. So, I mean, I've been clicking portraits, in last 5 6 months as well, or last year or so. I've not been posting portraits on Instagram because I post more of streets.
yeah,
But when I was clicking, whenever I click portraits, I do take permission of people. I do go and tell them that why is it that I'm clicking their picture. For portrait, I think it's a bit difficult. I mean, for a portrait, it's all about the face, and there has to be something unique in the
yeah,
face for you to capture.
yeah,
Now, it's very easy to explain to some why I'm clicking them. They understand like this guy. He of course he knows about his mustache, and the other lady you showed about, she had a
big,
big, beautiful nose ring.
yeah. I
Uh,
show the lady. Wait, yes,
yeah,
this one.
and she was
Yeah,
selling vegetable in Udaipur.
yeah,
So I managed to convince her early in the morning if I can click a picture. So
yeah,
and I think there was one more gentleman you
yeah,
showed. I think he
yeah.
was
This one. Yeah,
also selling vegetable in the local
yeah.
market in Udaipur. So I explained to
Oh,
them
but
what it is that
probably I don't know. It's a
yeah,
local
probably that.
market, but yeah, yeah,
Probably
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yes, yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
yeah.
one. So I was talking to them and I explained to them that what makes their face so interesting and why would I like to capture it. And, that's one way to go about and approach
To go
things.
about. Yeah,
The other way is to slowly blend in, stand there, chit chat, look, stand still, look around, and after some time, try and strike a conversation with people. Once they're comfortable, they will let you click. So I've had issues with clicking people in the
yeah.
past, but I think there are different approaches. It just really depends on the day how you
How you
feel.
how you feel by yourself?
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly. And
yeah,
how do you feel your surroundings? You feel secure and safe
yeah,
to go around and click pictures, or or you try to. There are a few ways. I mean, one way could be you try and stand in the corner and really underplay yourself. You don't want to be very visible on the street as a
yeah.
street photographer because you miss the chance of clicking street. The other way is you want to be approachable to people to click their portraits. I think they're two different styles, two distinct things. So, portrait is, of course, the people know it's sometimes a bit. You can
Tricky.
say it's any
Yeah,
post.
yeah.
It's any post because the person knows he's being clicked or she's being clicked. So yeah, different approaches which I do, and I think recent incidents which happened in Tajikistan when I was clicking pictures. So a lot of people who've not been to Tajikistan, I went to a place called Wakhan Corridor
I've
in
got one
Tajikistan. So
one image from Tajikistan.
yeah,
So
come
yeah,
on, that's
y-
That's one phenomenal place. I must
Yeah,
say, I have a wonderful memory about this place. Oh, I had a wonderful time. So every year, me and my son we travel to a couple of places. So my wife doesn't accompany me and my
yeah.
son. So
You and your
we
son,
went
yeah.
there. So we went there, and this place is it's 4,500 meters up,
In
and
the air. So yeah. So did you have troubles with breathing in this height? Yeah.
oh,
Sorry for asking, but
it's
I love also
it's
mountaineering. Yeah,
I so we're supposed to so Tajikistan Dushanbe is at 800 meters, and we were supposed to go through Wakhan corridor
yeah.
up to 4,500 meters. The river blew the bridge away in the middle, so we had to detour and directly go to 4,500 meters. And I thought to myself, I will not survive the
You
night.
will survive
And
the night.
I will not survive the night. And I didn't know what's. I took all the possible pills
Yeah,
which are there, and I couldn't sleep at night.
yeah,
And I was staying in the Ute, which is I think probably to the left, and I've not captured it. I was
yeah.
staying in the Ute, and while sleeping, my heart rate was 145.
45. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
it was just. I thought to myself, the nearest doctor is 2 days drive away. I will not make it.
Incredible.
but
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 yeah,
but
here
it's
I
an
am. Yep,
incredible place, or isn't it, Tajikistan, to see the people, different culture,
very, very,
different life,
very,
and all the
very,
mountains. It's amazing. I
very.
also think because you've been to places really I like. I just want to show also Bosnia and Herzegovina, an
That's
amazing. Yeah, I found
just
one.
one
I found,
to
yeah. This was the Moistar,
Mostar.
one in a
Mostar.
Mostar in Bosnia and Herzegovina.
There's something, there's a romance in the accordion. When you see it, it's just, it takes you back and it transports you back in time. And especially this place, this was probably 12, 14 years back when I traveled
Yeah.
to Bosnia. And I mean, with all the things which are happening in the world today, I mean, you could see what happened in Bosnia back then.
Hmm.
So it's just, people were getting along with things. It was 20 years since the war, and then yeah, it's just a stunning place, and you can see the bridge in the
In the
background.
background. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a famous bridge and just phenomenal place.
Can remember.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
my time.
This is incredible. Wait, I've got also one which it's not that far away. It's far away, but it's not that far away. From
Yes,
Transylvania, you've been to Romania?
Transylvania,
Yeah.
Romania. Yeah, I think it's about 6, 7 years ago. Transylvania.
Yeah.
I think it's the culture. It's what takes me to these places is the culture. You know, travel is not about seeing monuments. Travel is more about experiencing
Mm.
people, their culture, how they spend their daytime. So yeah, it's just I think we were traveling. I think I was going to Castle. What is that?
Transylvania.
What's the castle of Dracula?
Yeah, Transylvania.
Bran.
Bran.
Castle Bran.
Yeah, yeah.
Bran. So
Bran.
I think this was one of the way to Castle
Yeah.
Bran, and I was in the field. I was trying to click pictures of the people, working in the field, and then this carriage goes by, and it's just a beautiful building and a carriage. So it's just phenomenal.
Also still very rural. I'm sorry, my
Yes.
sometimes, yeah,
No, no, it's
because
absolutely fine.
yeah, rural with horses and yeah, so it's amazing probably to travel and to see it too if you are coming from a word like Singapore. So I throw you back to Singapore right now because probably a lot of people want just to know how you get to shoot like your amazing shadow images,
Oh.
which yeah.
So I think so. Look, my photography journey really started, like I mentioned, many years ago, and I think it started shooting, in around 2009,
Mhm.
2010. I started shooting and was traveling, you know. all of the places. I was shooting there, mostly landscapes and buildings and stuff like that. And I left photography in 2015,
Mm-hmm.
16. And I still remember I sold my camera in 2018. I said, "Oh, look, I don't want to click anymore. It doesn't excite me.
Yeah,
Why am I clicking?" And I think 2019, just before COVID, my
COVID.
wife said, "Oh, there's something on Instagram." I was not very tech savvy. Let me admit that. There's something on Instagram, and I opened that and said, "Oh, I can click these pictures. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can do that." And yeah, I think of course, there are certain things which are very easy, or I wouldn't say easy. There's certain things which I've clicked in the past, and I could click them like a portrait, or like a like a building and stuff like that. But about silhouettes, that's something which I learned. I practice a lot, and I
yeah,
would say there's a photographer called Slapstick 81, I think.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Slapstick anyone?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Slapstick 81,
yeah,
and I looked at his pictures and I said, "How to click this picture?
yeah,
Yeah, let me explore that." And during COVID, I just went out with my camera and I started practicing how to do it, and it came. How do I say, it became a habit. I started only
yes.
clicking silhouettes.
Is
So
so
yeah,
yeah. I saw
yeah,
I
so
have a lot. I just saw so probably. So how
yeah.
if probably I love to or like to start silhouettes, which tip would you give me? Because I know it's coming with the right light. Wait, you have to wait for the right light for sure, for a corridor of the right light, or for also a place where you have like colors and people
This place is
coming.
just next to my home, about less than 100 meters
Hmm.
to the right. So I think from a street photography perspective, the most important thing I find is your silhouette should not be very cluttered. It should be very clean. It should be minimal. That brings the impact out of the picture. Now, the best way to do that is against the backdrop of a wall, preferably with a single color. And the problem in yeah, something
Yeah,
like that. Yes, so preferably with a single color. Try and observe the time of the day. It could be early morning. It could be, like this is a corridor. So this was clicked roughly around
yeah,
10:30ish something. So these people are walking through the corridor and the back wall is being lit. So try and observe these walls and observe the time of the day when the light falls on them. And once you start observing that, trust me, silhouettes is something. Look, after practicing for almost 2 years,
hmm,
silhouettes, I know I can click them, so
yeah.
it becomes rather easy. All you have to do is you just have to stand in the corner, wait for
Wait for
someone to pass by.
someone. Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
So there's
and you need that. So I think one thing is to click a silhouette, and one thing is to click a dramatic silhouette. So for dramatic silhouette, you need to have a bit of a luck. Something must
probably
happen.
this dramatic silhouette. Oh, yeah.
Mm,
This
I
is
would,
dramatic silhouette. I'm not
yeah,
sure. Yeah.
something like
This
that.
is
Something like
dramatic.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something like that. So this is one of my favorite walls. So it's quite amazing. After when I started taking pictures, I started to notice the sunlight.
Hmm.
The seasons. There are not many seasons in Singapore. It's always hot, but the sun
Yeah.
does change. And if it's May, it'll be in certain direction, and in September, October, it'll be in different direction. So this particular this is a parking lot. So this is a very beautiful yellow color wall,
Yeah.
and you can see the parking lot sign there, and it's just perfect for clicking silhouettes around 4 o'clock in
In
the evening.
the evening
So
and the
I,
afternoon.
I
Yeah.
know I know where to
Yeah.
go if I want to click a
Yeah.
silhouette. I know where to go where this wall is,
Right now,
and
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
be there. So
So you studied a lot of walls, a
yes,
lot of daytimes, a
yes,
lot
yes,
of what
yes,
works the best, and
yes.
with people are coming through.
It is.
Because I probably Singapore, as we know, big city with big skyscrapers. So it's probably also to study when the light is there, when the light is coming, because it changed quickly when you are in a city where skyscrapers are. It's
Absolutely.
minutes, and the
Absolutely.
light is
So
gone. Yeah.
So this I shared this photograph with the lady,
Yeah.
and she, of course, she didn't know. She think like once she was clicked, I stopped her. I said, "Look, I think yours is it's come out very nice, and if you just wait for 3-4 minutes, I can transfer the image raw to you, and you can go ahead and
Yeah.
do whatever you like." So she was quite thrilled, and again, this is a bit dramatic. I didn't ask her to do all of this. She was, I don't know what she was trying to point out. All I was interested in is that's a moment, press the shutter and capture
Yeah.
it. So that's what I did. And I think the lady on the right side, she was in the shade, so it's silhouette, and then the lady on the left, she's in the light, so you can see the shadow, and
Yeah.
she's drinking bubble tea, which is pretty popular in Singapore. And
Yeah.
that's what she's holding in her hand. If you see, there's a cup, and that's a bubble tea which she's drinking. So if you're in Singapore, Agnes, next time,
Oh,
try
I
the
have
bubble
to
tea.
go, really. I heard it's amazing to go to Singapore. I heard it's amazing. It's an amazing city, and actually, it's very exciting. So when I come, I will come with you making silhouettes, shooting silhouettes,
Oh,
because it's amazing. Also, you have black and white silhouettes, or is it is you make also
there,
your
there
images
were
in
not
black and
many
white?
colors.
Yeah,
I think this is grayish wall. So
yeah,
again, I think one of the things which I've realized is I struggle at times when there are a lot of colors. So I really struggle with the colors.
yeah,
It's the silhouettes will never come out nice if there are too many colors in the background. So you need to have a clean wall. So this was grayish wall, and
yeah.
the sign on the right side is dark greenish or whatever. Look, I'm slightly colorblind, so just take what I say. You can decide for yourself what color is that, but that wall definitely is gray, and
It's great. Yeah,
everything is, the fire hydrant is red, but because it's in shade, that's why it's all black. So it's not really black and white, but yes, there are lack of colors in this
a
picture.
lot of colors. Yeah, here is probably the pendant, something like that. More colors,
Oh
but also
yes, oh
silhouettes, but
yes.
also it's
So
amazing. Yeah,
this was a time.
I love them.
This was a time, I think this was during COVID,
Yeah,
2021, 22. So I couldn't approach people to click their pictures. So of course I had to use a telephoto lens. And telephoto lens, when I talk to photographers, they say, "Oh, prime lens is a must. You must shoot with 24-70. It works the best, etc., etc." But um, telephoto lens works equally good. If you put it to use properly,
yeah.
then it works. And this picture is from 24 300, something like that. And probably I would have zoomed fully. You wouldn't want during COVID time. Nobody wanted a photographer, a
To
stranger, to approach them and say, "Oh, could I click your picture?" Absolutely
Yeah,
not.
yeah, we
Please don't
are
bother
all
me.
wearing masks
Yes.
anyway, so it's like it was definitely tricky to shoot like portraits and things like that. So
Yeah,
yeah,
2 3 years zero portrait, and I think this is there are two paths to Singapore, and there's one, of course, the tall
yeah,
skyscrapers, and
probably I
then
saw
yeah, probably
if
like
this
that.
is
So
probably like that.
so
Yeah,
this
yeah,
this is from a workplace.
yeah.
So
From your workplace,
I
so you're
from a
fantastic.
workplace. I was
Yeah,
working, yeah.
yeah,
So I was working, and this, when I look outside the window, it looks like this.
yeah,
So those who live in Singapore would guess where it is, but let me not disclose my workplace. But that's just outside my workplace. So yeah,
yeah.
I think so. One side of Singapore is this. The other side, of course, is those
I
walls
have
which you were
those
showing.
walls,
It's
and I
great.
have also. I think this is also. I have also
Yes,
marketplaces.
yes,
This is
marketplaces. So
also
this is
just if you make the documentary, it's also amazing. Not just
yes. So yeah. So I think for these things, one of the photography things or one of the things which I keep in mind while clicking picture, while shooting picture is I want to click those things which are disappearing fast. So
yeah,
just document them and um, you know tell the future generation once upon a time it used to be like this. So this is called kampong. It's a local wet market where there are small vendors which they sell local produce,
yeah,
and you could buy tofu, you could buy other stuff from them. It's not, of course, it's not a mega mart, but it's small local sellers. So yes, and I think I do have few pictures like that. And thanks for reminding me. I can
yeah,
post
yeah,
them.
yeah. You have.
Yeah,
It's
it
amazing
looks
because it's documentary. You can see how your place looks like, and it's also invited for us photographers to come to Singapore and to go and to shoot. Do you know other photographers in Singapore? Because there you are probably a small group of photographers, or do you shoot always by yourself?
So no, I just
Yeah,
shoot always by myself.
yeah,
The look, I've come across photographers. Probably they are tourists. So like Singapore is very cosmopolitan. It's difficult to say who's a tourist and who's a local.
yeah,
So I see people with cameras and I don't know what they're clicking. Usually they would be in in and around the casino and those brightly lit areas with glass windows, etc. But my photography takes me more into the back lanes.
yeah.
It's not a very popular place to for a tourist to be in, or for people, for that matter, to go in. This actually is a very commercial place.
Oh, yeah.
This is Arab Street in Singapore.
Okay.
It's and As the name suggests, the street names are Kandahar Street, Baghdad Street. It's very yeah, but it's quite commercial nowadays. And one of the walls, and I don't know why they've chosen this color, but I timed them for
It's
their
for
wall. They want to choose
photography
this
that we
color.
can make
Yeah,
amazing
exactly.
photography.
Choose it. Choose it. Yeah. So and I think I did click one of the picture a long
Yeah,
time back with the man smoking against the same wall. It's just phenomenal when the sunlight falls on it. Trust me, it looks beautiful. Yeah,
yeah.
when the silhouettes, especially, just a beautiful place. I know where it is. Whenever I want to click, I'll just head there and click it. So I
Super.
think it's beautiful. Yeah.
So actually, also again, I show some images. You've been probably some images from India too, because you said that you spent your childhood in India. You came from India, actually. So I have like this also amazing image from Calcutta.
Ah.
So you traveled back to India a lot of times, or just to be there, just to make photography.
No, actually, I traveled to. I do travel. I mean, I did travel to India a few times,
Yeah,
and my extended family is there. But I did not travel to Calcutta. I did stay in Calcutta for about
yeah,
9 years, so I've got connection with the city. But I never visited Calcutta. Once I left it in
yeah,
2002, I think 2002, 2001. I never visited that. It was only last year. Last year, yes, correct. Yeah, last year when I visited Calcutta. I was there in January first, and then I went back in December.
yeah,
So it was just phenomenal to see. As a young kid, I couldn't appreciate these things at that point in time, and how I love it.
yeah,
It's just a treasure. It's Someone mentioned this to me, and I don't know if who I was interacting with. Someone said that Calcutta is Cuba of India. So
Buffin, yeah,
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 it just you can see the character on the walls, and people are at ease. This place is where they make idols. One of my this is I really like this one. This is graffiti, the old style.
yeah,
So these are political graffitis, and apologies if someone is watching me. I've stayed 9 years in Calcutta. I know fluently how to speak Bengali, but I cannot read it. So I have to
yeah.
use Google Translator to see what's
So
written in
just
there.
said, yeah, you have
Uh, and it's nothing
to, yeah,
offensive, which is written, but one of my mission last year in January when I visited Calcutta was to click pictures with graffiti.
yeah,
um, Nowhere else in India you would find stuff like this, and the life around graffitis, it's just phenomenal. Yeah, just man,
super,
it's just at ease.
yeah,
Cafe in one hand, a newspaper in another hand, and trust me, I think that's a reading culture which is there,
yeah,
and it's quite commendable that in I mean, you could travel most of the India, you would not find people sitting down on the streets and reading newspaper, and
yeah.
it's beautiful.
This is
Yeah, I think
beautiful to see that not every when you travel right now you have.
yeah,
It's
you see
okay.
people looking at their mobile
People look at the
phone.
phone. So
Yeah,
I
exactly.
also
Yeah.
shoot people looking at the phone because it's our times. Probably in
Yep.
20 years
Yep.
we have
Yep.
new the phones will be also retro style,
Just
and people will say,
maybe,
which I think because technology is going up
maybe.
now. There are like watches. They already said that the iPhones are technology from the last century, so they have new fantastic things which are coming to us.
Yes.
So it's probably also documentary to shoot people with iPhones or
But that picture, the one previously you showed, I think that
Yeah,
picture, if I don't tell you that this is being clicked in 2023,
yeah,
it's difficult to say. It could be 1980s, it
yeah,
could be 1990s. Yeah,
yeah.
so it's just
It's
there's no geotechnology in
timeless.
here. It's
Yeah,
timeless.
it's
It's
timeless.
that, and this kind of pictures is what I like to click,
Yeah,
where you could see the life how it was back in the day, and I'm thankful to the city. It allowed me to click pictures like that. Sorry,
yeah.
you're showing something else here.
No, super, because you said it's like the Cuba. I have three captures from Cuba also to show because how was it for you in Cuba? How did you,
Sorry.
how was Cuba? I have some captures
Oh,
from Cuba too
Cuba.
because you said India is your
Not
Cuba. Yeah,
Yes.
but
Not
this is
month.
Havana. Yeah,
Yes,
but
Havana.
yeah,
Yeah.
Havana. And how was it for you to go to Cuba?
Oh, it was phenomenal. So I traveled practically the circumference of the earth to get to Cuba.
Yeah,
There's no direct flight from here,
yeah,
so we just went from here to San Francisco to Mexico City to Havana.
yeah,
From there, it's just a beautiful place. The vibe there is just unparalleled. I know they have some difficulties which they're dealing with, but people get on with life, and I think they're so friendly with each other. You would see people sitting out on the streets like that scene. It's
like
just
that. Yeah,
beautiful. Yeah, people just sit down there on the street and chit chat. Nobody's watching their phone. So how good is that? So it's priceless, and people get together on the streets and talk. And look, I'm not that young. I remember the scenes or the days when there were no phone or no television. So people would
me
chit
too.
chat on the street, and that's how the life was. And I
Yeah,
think, uh, good or bad, this is the way they are still living today. And eventually, the things will change whenever that will happen. But if it changes, we will miss all these things. But just a beautiful life, beautiful way of
yeah.
living. People playing domino on the street, and I remember I clicked one picture. I haven't looked at it. I clicked picture of people playing chess,
Yeah,
and that was so intense that they were just engrossed on the chessboard, and there were five people looking at the game of chess, and nobody's doing anything. They're just smoking cigar and
and
watching chess
watching
game.
a chess
So
game. Yeah,
yeah, it's never been so exciting. I've played chess. It's not so exciting to watch somebody else play, but yeah, that's how it is. Yeah, and that is Trinidad, the picture you showed.
Trinidad. Yeah, it's in Trinidad. It's
Trinidad.
amazing. Was rain in Cuba?
Oh,
Rainy season because the street is wet, or is it a river? No.
no, it's just when I think when I reached there, it just poured. mm, You can't imagine it. It just poured in Trinidad, and in 30 minutes, because I don't know if you've been there. It's on a
Yeah,
hill, and the water just vanished. And I think there are few potholes where water remained, but all the water just went and it just went down the hill into the ocean. It's a timeless place, Trinidad.
Trinidad.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
like that.
So
Love
how
it.
long have you been in Cuba? How long did you stay?
I stayed for
Actually.
about 8 9 days.
Yeah,
5 days in, yeah, 5 days in Havana and 5 days in Trinidad. Like I told my wife that, look, we are not gonna travel all over the places.
yeah.
Let's stick in one place and enjoy it to our best. There's no reason for us to visit 10 places and not absorb the culture. Let's stay. Let's choose
Yeah.
2 places and stay there. And that's how we've been traveling for all those years. Stick to a few places and
Just a few
spend time
places
there.
and just stay. Yeah, just
This
stay.
is
I just
Havana.
saw again this. Yeah, yeah. I just
This
saw
is
in this
Havana.
Havana,
Yeah.
Havana and Trinidad. You've been amazing, and
Yes.
also I've got one. I found one from
Ah,
Buenos Aires,
Argentina.
Argentina. So also for sure it was very interesting there too for you or
Oh,
Argentina. Yeah,
Che Guevara, it's a phenomena. Yeah, I had before. I think this was must have been 2011. So I had this in mind. If I go Argentina, I'll find Che Guevara and Maradona. Back
Maradona.
in the day,
Yeah,
Messi was not that popular. I said, oh, Che Guevara and Maradona
Maradona.
everywhere. And this is the only. This was in San
Hmm.
Telmo. in Buenos Aires,
Buenos
and this was
Aires.
the only graffiti of Che Guevara in Buenos Aires. Someone told me, and
Hmm.
there's nothing else of Che Guevara. And what it says is, I don't know, Agnes, how good is your Spanish,
Yeah.
but
It's
to
probably it's okay. I would say. Uh,
it
yeah,
it's not Che Guevara speaking that. So
yeah,
I think it says something like that, for dry love use condoms or something like that.
yeah.
Someone mentioned to me that's
That's
what
what
it says.
it
And
is.
to
Super.
my mind, I was like, this must be, I understand zero of Espanol. So to me, I thought, oh, there must be a political slogan, or
Yeah,
viva la
something
hasta
about
siempre, or
La
something like that.
Hasta yeah,
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 something
or
like that.
peace.
Something like that.
Yeah, I would
This
do.
is
I would think the same like you. I was
yeah,
like, oh, cool.
yeah,
There's something like
yeah,
revolution, or I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. But
use condoms.
yeah,
Super.
strange. But I
Yeah,
couldn't find, and sadly, I couldn't find anything with Maradona.
yeah.
Yeah, nothing beautiful to
Nothing
say.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
So we have to go back to Argentina just for Maradona to find probably still there's
or
I don't know
Naples, or maybe
on
Naples.
Naples. Yeah. Or yeah, probably. And I've got one amazing. So I just show Afghanistan. You've been to Afghanistan
Oh,
too.
no, I've actually, technically this is
Yeah.
Afghanistan, but I've not been to Afghanistan.
No,
I'll
you've been
tell
to
you
the
what it
border.
is.
Was it at the
Border,
border
border,
of Afghanistan?
at the
Yeah,
border,
you've been to the border at.
at the
I saw it
border.
in the reel. Yeah,
So yeah, so I think this is Tajikistan Afghanistan border. So
yeah,
I think I was mentioning earlier on that there's a long corridor. It's called Wakhan
yeah.
corridor in Tajikistan, and there's a river which separates Afghanistan and Tajikistan. It's called Panj, and in certain places the width of the river is no more than 20 meters. Yeah, 25 meters. So you can actually see what's happening on the other
On
side
the
in
other side.
Afghanistan,
Yeah.
and I could interact with people in Afghanistan. So this was 2022, I think, if I'm not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
2022, yeah. This is after
After
Taliban had come back.
Taliban come back. Yeah,
Had
yeah.
come back. So Tajikistan and Afghanistan, they have stopped all the border
Mm-hmm.
crossings. So all the bridges have been closed. You can't cross it. And my tour guide was telling me that there used to be, Afghan market in Tajikistan side. So Afghan people used to come in
Used to come.
Tajikistan, and vice versa. You could go there. But ever since Taliban has come, none of that is happening. And all these, things were, I think, we traveled roughly about 1,000 kilometers at the border
Yeah,
with Afghanistan, and you could see the life in there. And in certain places, I was close, so I used telephoto lens to capture the images. So I think this lady is, and again, I think this remained with me from Steve McCurry.
yeah,
His pictures are like that. You will see, women traveling in Afghanistan, and what was striking is, to me, and I think most of the people or the Western media doesn't show that, and I could see, and again, I'm not supporting what's happening in that country. I could see with my own eyes young girls going to school,
yeah,
and they were carrying school books,
yeah.
and so were the kids. And when I waved at them, they could see, and I could see them, they could see me, and I'm sure Taliban could see me as
Let's see.
well. There were
Yeah,
people with
yeah,
Kalashnikovs.
yeah,
Yeah, but I waved them. They waved them. They were waving back, and you could, if you're good in Farsi, probably if you shout out loud, they will
yeah,
respond in back. So, and that was phenomenal. These women were going by themselves, and without being accompanied by any male, and young girls were going to school. And I think you would have seen that picture. There's one school. There's one,
school.
probably a
Yeah,
girl,
there
yeah,
is.
about
Yeah,
8 or 9 year old girl who's going or coming back from school, and there's a bunker behind her.
yeah,
It's just phenomenal, I think. I mean, overall, it's really sad to see. I mean, I could see so many things in Tajikistan side. There was development, but on Afghanistan side, it's just
yeah,
ruins. It's
yeah.
not. It's pretty bad. Yeah.
Did you ever made thought of making? What did you make with your captures? Did you send there somewhere, or did you thinking of make a book of documentation about those places? Because it's incredible to go to those places and documenting and just
Yeah,
did,
so every time I go, I have something in my mind to
mm-hmm,
click. When I went to Tajikistan, I did not necessarily have Afghanistan in my mind.
yeah,
I was more into Tajik. So Tajik was part of the Soviet
I
back
saw
in the day.
again, yeah. I saw
Yeah,
again Tajikistan. Yeah,
yeah. So Tajikistan was part of the Soviet back
yeah.
in the day, and one thing, again, there are two things about the Soviet where they left their impact. One was the mosaic. Uh, they are beautiful mosaic,
Mm-hmm.
with small, colorful tiles. They made the mosaics. And
Mosaics,
the
yeah.
second thing is the bus stops.
Yeah,
So there are two things which they've left their mark, and sadly, all of them are just going away because unfortunately, all these countries, the governments do not have money to restore them and keep them. So they are just going away at a rapid speed. So mosaic and bus stops were my thing, and Agnes, trust me, once you go
yeah.
there, you see the bus stops, it's
It's
just phenomenal. It's a
just
piece of art.
phenomenal. Yeah,
It's just a
yeah,
piece of art in the middle of nowhere, and sadly
yeah.
there are no more buses anywhere, and you would see a bus stop with a beautiful mosaic inside. It will be, and this is not only true for Tajikistan, but it's true for all the ex-Soviet countries. So I was in Georgia last year. That was the second trip. So me and my guide, we stopped at every single. So I look
Look
at Google Maps.
at
I
who
try and
maps.
find
Yeah,
where is
yeah,
the old bus stop, and we stop at every single bus stop to see what's inside.
yeah.
And it's just
It's
piece of art, and
it's
it's
piece
just
of art
decaying.
also. Yeah,
It's just
you've
decaying and going away.
the game. I saw this is probably now really, but I just saw because of the countries. One is Moscow. You've been, and also you've been to the Ukraine. So you traveled a lot in those countries, which
This one,
is amazing.
this one is Ukraine, and I think this
Saint
was
Saint
2018.
Saint Michael Monastery in Kiev.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, Kiev. Yeah.
Kiev.
So I think there's a story around it. Me and my wife, we thought we will go Ukraine and we'll go Chernobyl,
Yeah,
Pripyat. Yeah. And someone told me that one could visit Pripyat, 10,000 people can visit
you
it in a
can
day.
visit Propriat. Yeah,
And I
yeah,
thought to myself, that would be a phenomenal place to document certain things because
yeah,
what I've seen from pictures, there are newspapers lying around from 30 years, 40 years ago, and things are standstill. Yeah, nobody touches them because they are radioactive.
yeah,
And we I thought to myself, the only thing I'm gonna get from there is cancer.
yeah,
So I'm not gonna go there. I
yeah,
went there, and I was here, and I was in Lviv. The war was still going back then, but it was not that much in the news. It's only recently, last couple of years, it's come to news. But you could see, it was not a very pleasant place, or the vibes were not that great. It's you could see people, the again leaving the politics aside, I think you could see that people
yeah.
are
There
pretty,
are already,
yeah,
yeah, there are tense already
tense
tension
and
and yeah,
yeah, you could see candles for the people who have lost their lives, and
yeah,
there are, and some of them, and it's very unfortunate people who are, they couldn't meet their daily needs, and they are the suffering the most because of all these geopolitical events in the world. And I
yeah.
still remember I met a lady, and she was not begging on the street, and she was probably a babushka, about 80 something, on the street, and she was trying to, not begging, but she was trying to sell something, old books,
Mm-hmm.
and she very old, very rundown books. She had about 8 or 10 of them on the floor, and I couldn't bear the sight. It's just terrible, and
Yeah.
yeah, I just bought a book from her. Whatever, I don't know how to read Cyrillic, but
Sorry.
whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty sad, and I only wonder what would have happened to these guys in the last couple of years. It's just, but yes, back into the photography thing. This was actually when I stopped taking pictures. This was when I was flying drone. So and I think to myself that, oh my God, yeah, it was war going on even then, and I could fly a drone in Kiev, central Kiev.
Yeah.
It's yeah, this was great from the drone. Yeah.
Yeah. It's incredible because I realized during listening to you how much a street photographer you saw, how many stories you've got, how many places, how many you did the best travel, go, see, and also to places which are really dangerous, not that easy to go because of political probably problems or countries which are not that well known for us, like Tajikistan, actually. So it's amazing to see
So I've
your
actually
documentary out of
to
them.
I've been to a lot of places in that area. I've been to Tajik, Uzbek, Kyrgyz,
Uzbek, yeah.
uh, but I've not been to Munich,
Yeah, you
unfortunately.
have to. Yeah,
So, so
you are
yes, that's
deeply invited. Please come because you can really you're gonna love it here. For sure. We have
no, I'm sure,
also
I'm
a
sure,
lot
I'm
of
sure.
things
Yeah.
which are like not just the October. We are just known for the Oktoberfest, I think. The word knows Munich from Oktoberfest because it's incredible that 7 million people come in 2 weeks. 2 weeks, we
Wow.
have 7 million people in the city, actually. So we also can imagine this. But it's not just a big party. Munich also has a lot of historic and wonderful places, I have to
Yeah,
say.
yeah, it's
But I realized, like you, that I love to travel for photography, and I love to see different cultures, different people, to realize the world, to see the world, just to see what's going on with open eyes. I've got one capture from Kyrgyzstan, actually, also.
oh,
This is
it's the
your travel to Kyrgyzstan.
it's yeah, it's just a beautiful beautiful country.
Yeah,
It's most of the country, I think 90% of the country is above 3,000
yeah,
meters. So
yeah,
these are grasslands, and this picture is quite cool. So we were at the pass, probably about three and a half,
yeah.
4,000 meters,
I think
and
this
there are
is the
two.
pass, or yeah, yeah,
So this was my wife actually.
yeah.
This is my wife rather, not was. She was sitting there, and this
Sending
is
greetings. She's doing also
yes.
amazing thing traveling with you. Fantastic, fantastic life.
So the previous picture you
Yeah,
you
I
showed,
saw.
the one before this,
Yeah,
yeah, this one. Actually, you know what? There are two cars in this picture. I don't know if you've noticed that. If you look at very
I haven't
closely,
noticed it. I'm so sorry. Yeah,
yeah, there are two cars, and then it
yeah.
gives you towards the other end. Not here, the other side. Yeah, there are two cars in there. That not on this side, not the near, not the far side, the far side.
This one.
Yeah, yeah, there. Can you see two cars?
Ah, yes.
Can you? Yeah. So that gives you a sense of the space. It's just
It's incredible.
unbelievable space. So yeah, the horizon was clear, and I love it. This kind of landscape, it's just brilliant, and
Yeah,
it's very beautiful. Yeah. And I would say, look, I've been to these places. I'm vegetarian, so my wife, she's not,
yeah.
but I'm vegetarian. When I travel to these places, I had absolutely zero issues, and
Zero
I could live
issues.
with it.
What did you
Yeah.
do? I'm sorry, I'm asking because I'm vegetarian too. And what did you do? Right? What did they
That's
have
okay.
for vegetarian photographers?
So
Yeah,
I I stayed in Utes
yeah,
in all these places, and the way they make the food in Utes is they make the soup first,
yeah.
which is vegetable soup, and they cook the meat, which is separate, and then they add it together. My thing was, give me the
Just the
soup,
soup.
forget the meat. Give me the soup and
Uh,
soup and the bread.
and bread.
It's just yeah, you know, you once you go to these places, you lose sense of time and space. It's just so incredibly beautiful. It gives you things to reflect on, and yeah, I think once you go there, after 10 days, you'll be a different person. So
Yeah, yeah. It's amazing to know. Thank you for telling about this places. Also, I have from Kyrgyzstan some horse riders or
yes, yes.
Kyrgyzstanish ranger. Yeah,
Songkru Lake. It's I think they have these games which they organize, and this guy was coming
mm-hmm.
to the game. So it's about a dead sheep, and all the horsemen would try to catch it or lift it on the ground and carry it.
Yeah,
So it's just incredible tough people. They're so ease with the nature, and they do the things the proper way. I mean, not like the developed countries where you just in the name of the development
yeah,
kill all the nature, but they are at very ease with the nature. And I was quite surprised to see there was absolutely things were pristine.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
there's no, you know, no plastics and stuff like that lying around. It's just green, which
Green,
is
yeah. Yeah.
again, and they live
Yeah,
with it. So I think,
they are
yeah.
caring
Yes,
about all
yes, yes,
this, more caring probably
correct.
than we are
Yes,
in our world. And Pixel Point said, we have a comment, so that makes yourself know you're nothing. Most people in those areas are very, very kind. So the people are
very
yeah, yeah,
very kind. And I think it's you know, uh, look, I've landed into trouble a few times, but even when I do photography, I landed in trouble a couple of times recently. But other than that, usually if you talk to people very nicely, you try and keep low profile. You know, just try and look around, smell the street or smell
hmm,
the vibe of the place. You would not be in trouble 99% of the time, but there could be odd chances where things can go wrong. So yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah. If you are probably yourself not scared, but interesting and kind and want to see the world, probably a different approach than we as street photographers anyway have the smell and the street on our we have probably a different eyes, we look at it with different eyes. So I'm also never have the experience with scare or being like that, because you are open-minded, you go and see and look and watch and be part of everything, try to be part, try to live there. And
just
yeah,
smile. And I think I was the only I think couple of times recently where I got in trouble was once was in Palermo.
yeah,
Uh, and once was in Georgia at the border town with Armenia.
yeah,
I got in trouble, and Palermo, it was just a bit city, and I was trying to click in old Palermo, you know, early market, and I was trying to take pictures, and then this gentleman who was selling vegetables next to me, for some reason he was not very
yeah,
kind, and he first said something to me. Of course, I don't
don't
understand
understand.
Italian, so unless he said that in English,
Yeah,
I wouldn't know. And then this gentleman slammed the door outwards and it hit my hand, you know, with anger.
yeah,
So, look, I said, look, relax.
yeah,
Yeah, nothing
yeah,
much is
yeah,
happening
yeah.
here.
But what can you do?
I'm not
Relax.
even
Yeah,
clicking. Yeah, I'm not even clicking you. Why are you
yeah,
getting all tensed up?
yeah,
And yeah, that was, and the other time, I think it was just a bit very strange. I think a couple of times it happened. One guy got very upset because I was clicking the picture of his Lada,
yeah.
the car.
The
And
car. Yeah,
the car, I'm like, You're not even in the car. It's
yeah,
your car which is parked next to the road, and if I click a picture of the car window, that is also not
yeah,
the car window. He had a problem with that and said, look, you're not in the picture. You know, the car is there. It could be anyone's car.
yeah.
And but yeah, strange. That was very strange to me. Why would somebody have an objection to click the car? And it immediately came to my mind, in Cuba, I could click any car.
You click any car. Yeah, and
No,
here
no
I've got
one.
two captions. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know that one is from Tiflis. We come back to this, and one is from Pamir Highway.
Yes.
The car.
This is actually
Yes.
a very interesting story. This
Yeah.
one, the poor girl. You know, I stayed at her place the previous night, or a couple of
Mm-hmm.
days back, and after that, I went to the place you showed at 4,500 meters where I stayed, and it was on my way back, and I saw a beautiful blue color Lada. And it again, like I said, it could be from 1980s,
It's a
right?
timeless,
It's
timeless
timeless.
image.
There's
Timeless.
nothing in
Yeah.
here which tells you that it's a new picture, and
Yeah.
you see the road, dead straight road. It's the Pamir National Highway. I think Route 41 is
Yeah.
what they say because it was constructed in 1941 at the peak of the war. So it's just and I said, "Oh, look at that blue car!" And the driver said, "We stayed at their place 3 nights ago." I said, "Stop,
Yeah.
stop, stop!" And this girl, she came, and my son was with. You know, my son was there with me as well. So he is 9 right now, and
Yeah.
they
And
played quite a bit.
had a football game
Yes.
today. I hope he
So
win. You
yeah,
told me.
he did.
I hope
Yeah.
he's yeah, super.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it
So
was very.
congratulations also. Yeah.
So he recognized her, and then yeah, yeah, it was a great surprise to see her, and very hospitable, very nice people.
Super.
Yeah,
A
again, timeless.
fantastic story. Yeah. And here one from Tiflis. I've got also
Again,
car and
again,
the
my love
yeah,
with Lada never dies. So
Lada,
this was
yeah.
my so this was the first time when I went to Georgia about 10 years ago. I
Hmm.
stayed with this gentleman on the right side, and I visited him last year after a gap of 8 years.
Yeah.
This Lada unfortunately has gone. This is uh, it
The
has seen its days gone,
old
but
cars, yeah.
I did, and it was quite funny. There was no key for this Lada. You had to bring two wires together,
Yeah,
and then the
two
Lada will
two
start.
stripes.
Yeah. And the Lada will start. It's just phenomenal. Yeah, I did drive Lada in Tajik, and I did drive Lada when I was in Georgia last year, and it's just a phenomenal experience. It's just you can't just turn the steering wheel.
This,
You
yeah,
know, I drive a German car, but there it's like, oh my God, yeah, it's just incredible. And I did try, and the other picture which you showed, I did
yeah,
try the old Zeal. I don't know if you know that place. I tried the
yeah,
Zeal. Zeal is the old Soviet truck. Yeah, I could never imagine, like, my God, a truck, and the
yeah,
steering wheel is so tough, Agnes. You wouldn't
yeah.
believe it doesn't turn. It's just all your
I
muscle strength
know.
goes in turning
Yeah.
it. But yeah, it's incredible places. Yeah.
I know. I was raised up in Poland, so I
Oh,
know all those things.
okay,
Also, like my
okay,
grandmother
okay.
is flying from Poland to, I don't know, to Yugoslavia in the 60s with an old Russian airplane, which she thought she will before she will die. I know those things. Also the cars, we had Ladas too.
Lada.
And yeah, and I remember like things with the ladder, everything sometimes was something wrong, broken. You have to refill water. Every day was
Every
something,
day.
or you have to put poof, 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 and it works. I don't know. There was always an adventure. Yeah,
Strangely, in Egypt, I don't know if you've been there. Strangely, in Egypt, all the taxis are Lada.
yeah, ladder.
All taxis
Yes,
are
I've
Lada.
got some. Egypt.
Yeah,
Hello. I've got
yeah.
also Egypt because yeah, you've been to Egypt too.
Oh,
Amazing.
this place,
Really.
uh, this
Yeah,
place is, this place is actually, it's again. Look, I think I'm a photographer. I'm not
yeah,
here to judge or make a judgment about things. I'm here to click pictures. Yeah, right or wrong, good or bad. I'm here to click pictures. So when I posted these pictures and similar pictures, a lot of people commented, "Oh, this is against animal rights, etc." Look, I totally sympathize with that view.
yeah,
It's absolutely, again, I'm vegetarian. I can relate to it. But I was just there to click pictures, and this is incredibly chaotic place to be in,
hmm,
and one could possibly get run over by the camels in this place. It's a camel market somewhere between Alexandria and Cairo.
yeah.
Uh, I don't know the driver took us. It took me about 2 hours to get there from Cairo, and you could see camels being sold, both for meat and for transport. So look, I think they were not treated the
Yeah,
best possible way. But yeah, my job is to click pictures.
yeah.
So uh,
It's also I understand you totally, and your job or our job is to document probably something, not to judge. I don't know. We are not I know it's difficult when you also see a demonstration somewhere, and it's a fantastic shooting point just to show, and it's not your opinion. What will you do? Will you post these captures? People will think you are pro. Will you not post them? It's documentary, so actually,
documentary. Yeah,
not that you post this, it doesn't mean that you are pro
no,
something or not.
no,
So this is
totally
also
agree.
yeah,
Totally agree. And I think similarly, I was in Moscow in December last year, and
yeah,
one of the days, something really strange happened. I was at the Red Square, and there were people suddenly out of nowhere, and again with all the geopolitical things which are happening in that part of the world, people gathered in Red Square, and they started raising flags.
hmm,
And I was surprised that in today's day and age, they could raise the flag of the Soviet Union back in Red Square, and there was a guy shouting slogan at top of his voice, and it was political. rally of
Yeah,
the Communist Party of Russian Federation, and I couldn't believe my eyes that that's happening and that is even being allowed.
yeah,
So I clicked pictures left, right, center. You know, I was pretty sure that in minutes this will be all shut down. I clicked
yeah,
pictures, thought pictures, and when and I haven't posted it. And again, back to the point that I'm not supporting anyone. I
yeah.
haven't posted them, but it looks like 1980s. There's nothing there, and there are older gentlemen and ladies who are holding flags and
And
raising slogans, which
demonstrate. Yeah,
and
yeah. I've got the
demonstrating.
same like
Yeah,
you. Like also thinking when I've been to a place and see a demonstration and making images which for sure are interesting. What do you do? Do you post them? Do you
yeah,
because yeah, this is also I understand this point also tricky because when I think okay, not everybody understands or think that this is just a capture or just something, and probably there are also people which are touched by this, and
yes, yeah, yeah.
so this I also respect those people who probably have a different opinion or now struggle, and so it's tricky. It's not that easy with some images. My dear
Indeed.
Arif, what's the next trip? Where do you, not yeah, Munich. I invite you, your wife, and your son. Please come here. I will show you the best places also for shooting, also the rural side. So no worry, you will have a car, and we will go to the mountains too. Please come. You're
Uh,
very welcome. But what's
uh,
on your list next?
no, so
Which place?
recently, I think it was on my list for a long time. I went to Myanmar
Yeah,
for about 5 days last month, a month before. And of course, I've been to Southeast Asia places a fair bit. My thought again,
yeah,
it's just I don't know why. I was thinking, I think a year back there was a lot of protests in Iran about women wearing hijab and all
yes,
that. So my thought was to go to Iran and document what's happening
right
with
now.
the
Mm,
women right now because it was too much in the news and suddenly I don't
yeah,
hear about that anymore.
yeah,
So even when I was in London last year, I could see there were there were a few people around Trafalgar Square who were protesting against what's happening in Iran to women.
yeah.
So my thought was just to go there, observe their life. But I think with all this is happening right now, I don't think,
It's it's kind of right
I'm not
now.
even,
It's
yeah, I'm not even
yeah,
gonna get visa to
yeah.
Iran. So yeah, I think I've not thought about it, but my son is a big football fan, so England probably would be the destination.
England, and you have to go to Munich, Bayern Munich. I'm
Fine, yeah,
so sorry. We
yeah,
have Bayern
yeah.
Munich, so just
We'll see Harry Kane score the goal.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. Yeah, we will see. So we will see. We are crazy about football in
yeah,
Germany anyway.
yeah,
Like with
yeah,
at
yeah.
Borussia Dortmund and Bundesliga. Also, if he come here, here's football everywhere.
Yeah,
From morning till after. There are so many games. So he can also go and watch a football game here in Trip. It was I could talk with you for hours actually, listen to your
yeah.
stories, which are amazing and such incredible, warm-hearted photographer you are, and to such interesting places you have been. So I deeply thank you for sharing this. Very interesting and also new, inspiring thoughts to go to places probably which really are not that known, just to discover life and discover culture and just to shoot and to go. And I hope to see you one day when I go to Singapore. Yeah,
Give me a
you
shout
see
whenever.
us for
Most welcome.
sure. A group, probably a photographers group, coming to you to Singapore and shoot with you silhouettes.
They'll
Yeah,
love to show. So I have all these balls in my mind. Whenever
yeah,
you're heading this part of the world, always welcome. And
you
again,
too.
thank you for having me here. It was wonderful to talk to you.
I thank you.
And those who are listening, and thanks for that. And hope everyone keeps clicking, keep inspiring each other. And like I've been inspired by many people, and I'm gladly saying like Slapstick and Steve McCurry
Yeah,
and some of the wonderful photographers which are on Instagram. I hope Instagram algorithms work a little better
yes,
than they are working nowadays, and
yeah,
it remains a place for photographers or those who are aspiring for photography in future.
yeah.
So
This
it's a
would
wonderful
be
platform,
amazing. Yeah,
and
yeah,
long may it
yeah.
continue.
a good platform for just also for knowing each other, also the festivals and things we can do together, or sharing pictures together. It's such an amazing community, I have to say, the photographers community.
Indeed.
Such open-minded people, such warm people. So thank you for watching, everyone. Yeah, we keep on going. We keep on shooting, we keep on discovering, making adventures, and thank you, life, that we have this life and
Indeed.
we can present you to our viewers. Atrip, greetings to your son and to your wife to Singapore,
Yes, well,
and
Agnes.
we see us one day.
Sure. We'll do
Definitely.
that. Thank you. Bye
Ciao.
bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you.